Look, we've all been wowed by AI chatbots, right? They can write a song, whip up some code, even try to explain the universe. But underneath that amazing surface, there's a pretty big flaw. A flaw that can make them, well, super unreliable. So let's dig into what that flaw is, and more importantly, how we fix it.
I bet you've had this feeling. You ask your chatbot a really specific question, and you get back this answer that sounds so sure of itself, so confident, but something just feels off. You ask for a source, and it spits out a link to nowhere. This isn't just a random bug, you know? It's a fundamental problem with how a lot of these AI models work.
Okay, so here's a fantastic way to think about this. Picture a standard large language model, or LLM, as this super enthusiastic new employee. They are incredibly eager to please. They've got an answer for absolutely everything, and they'll deliver it with 100% certainty. The only problem? They don't always check their facts. And just like that new hire, this LLM makes some pretty classic mistakes. If it doesn't know the real answer, it'll just confidently make something up. We call these hallucinations. And because its knowledge is basically frozen in time from when it was trained, it can give you totally out-of-date answers without even realizing it. Sometimes it might pull info from the internet's equivalent of a rumor mill, or it just gets tripped up by jargon. It's trying so hard to be helpful, but it's actually creating a mess. And here's the bottom line. When an AI confidently lies to you, it shatters the one thing that matters most, your trust. If you can't rely on the answers, the tool basically becomes useless. I mean, you wouldn't keep an employee who just makes things up all day, right? So why would you stick with an AI you can't depend on? So how do we fix our overenthusiastic employee? Well, we give them a supervisor. Or even better, a built-in fact checker. And that, my friends, is exactly what Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG for short, is. Instead of just letting the LLM wing it based on old data, RAG forces it to stop, take a breath, and look up the answer first in a specific, reliable knowledge base that we've already approved. So how does this actually work? It's actually brilliantly simple. First, you ask your question. Second, before the LLM even thinks about answering, the RAG system goes and finds the real, up-to-date facts from its trusted sources. And then third, the LM is told, okay, build your answer, but only using these facts I just gave you. See? It's not guessing anymore. It's synthesizing verified information. And believe me, the difference is night and day. A standard LLM is a total wild card. It's unpredictable, it's pulling from old data, and how it gets an answer is a complete black box. But an LLM with RAG, it's reliable, it's controllable, it answers from a handpicked set of sources, and, this is the best part, it can actually show you its work, turning that black box into a glass one. So what this all boils down to is a massive win-win. For the folks building the AI, they get total control over the information the AI is allowed to use. That means accuracy, and it means the information is current. And for us, the users, we get transparency. We can see the sources, we can check the facts for ourselves, and we can finally start to actually trust the answers we're getting. And we're not talking about a small improvement here. This is a total game changer. When you put RAG in place, both the accuracy of the AI's answers and our trust in them just skyrockets. We're going from something that's kind of shaky and unreliable to a tool that can be a genuinely dependable source of information. So let me leave you with this final thought. What if every single answer you got from an AI didn't just feel right, but came with the receipts? You know, with clear citations, just like a research paper. Well, with tech like RAG, that's not just some sci-fi dream. That's the future we're building for artificial intelligence.